if you come to a conclusion that if this person is in heaven or if this thing isn't in heaven, then I don't want to go, I'd rather be in hell, then either hell isn't really real to you or your faith isn't really in God. Because if you truly knew how terrible hell is, then even though you know some people are heading down that path, you for yourself would still not want that. You still wouldn't want to be in hell. And you would fully put your trust in God so that you can be saved. If you call yourself a believer or not, and then say you'd rather be in hell, one, you have to do a heart check, because you cannot really be a believer. You can believe in Jesus, you can believe that he died on the cross for you, but you cannot truly believe and be a Christian and think that, I'd rather be in hell, instead of trusting that when God said what he has for us, it's much better. If it's much better than the world, then how much more better is it going to be than hell? And so we shouldn't base off whether we want to go to heaven or not on if my family member or my friend's going to be there, or if this is going to be there or not. Hell is not fun and games. Just because more people's going to be there does not mean that you want to be there, because God said it's going to be a place of torment. It's going to be a fire and brimstone. It's not going to be, oh, fun and games, hangout time. No. Instead, I'm sure there's going to be people that are wishing and hoping that they would just have listened, that they would have listened, and that someone would have led their life. Or even if there was a good influence in their life, that they wish they would have listened to that. And I'm sure they would have, if they knew what you knew, they wouldn't have chose hell. They would have been like, why would you decide not to trust in God? And why would you not be an example of why we shouldn't be here? Because we have such a big impact on people. And even if they don't choose to live for God, you should choose to live for God. Because this life, what we do with this life, is completely serious. And you don't want to go to hell just because you know someone's not headed down the right path. I know people that are not on the right path, but still for myself, I know I don't want to go to hell myself. And that's not the only reason I'm Christian. We become Christian because we trust in Jesus and what he did on the cross, and because he loves us so much, and he just changes you and all of that. But it's also an amazing adding onto that we don't have to suffer what we deserve. So don't choose, or don't have that mindset that, oh, I'd rather be in hell, but still, and choose that, I'm going to fully trust in you, God, and that no matter if I don't see this family member, or if I don't, or if this drink or this is whatever is in heaven, I'm just going to trust that what you have for me is better than what I could ever imagine, because I'm only human, and I don't have your thoughts, God. I don't have your mindset. I don't know everything like you. We only know a sliver of what there is to know, and not even that. So how can we ourselves say we know what's best for ourselves when we really don't? We can't take people to heaven with us. We can't take material things with us to heaven. But we can have our own relationship with Christ that will lead us to heaven. But not only that, but live a more fuller life on earth when you fully trust in him. And your life can even lead to other people wanting that life that you're living here on earth, and can lead them to heaven one day. But we should fully trust in God now, because hell is not a joke. That's not somewhere you could say, oh, I'd rather be there because more people are there. Yeah. But it's not going to be all fun and games. You will wish that you would end up in heaven. And you don't have to just wish either. You could put your faith and trust in Jesus now and have that amazing hope inside of you. And once you make it to heaven, you're not going to be weeping or mourning over people that didn't make it because of their own actions and their own consequences of those actions. So I love you guys. I hope this challenged some of you to just put your trust in God, and don't worry about who's going to, be there or not. Yes, we should, every day, we should tell people about Jesus, but we shouldn't, have the mindset, if they're not there, then I don't want to be there. Because that's not a kingdom mindset, and that's not a Christian mindset in general. So Stay tuned for the next video, guys. I love you. Bye.